Hello, this is Chris Bertelson with a quick clip from Nevada Learning Series. Let's take a look at conditional formatting in Microsoft Excel 2010. Conditional formatting is a great way to spot a trend in data or make the standouts stand out. To apply conditional formatting, I select the range and come up to the Home tab and go into Conditional Formatting and select the type. Let's do a color scale first. And I like this one right here. And what this does is the higher the revenue, the darker the shade of green. The lower the revenue, the lighter the shade of yellow. So at a glance, you can spot the highs and the lows. Even before you focus on reading that number, you're focusing in on the correct cells to look for that number. And you can come up here and do a little sort with this, and then you get a nice color gradient from green to yellow. And it works well in a short list like this. It's wonderful if you have a giant list like this, especially if it's late in the day and your eyes are a little tired. It makes it very easy to hone in on the highs and the lows in that range. Another type of conditional formatting that we can apply that I had never seen before is called the data bar. Here you can apply a horizontal bar in there, either solid or as a gradient, that again highlights the longer the bar, the higher the revenue, the lower the bar, the shorter the amount of data. So at a glance you can see the highs and the lows. A more traditional type of conditional formatting is to apply icon sets. Here we can point arrows, we can blink lights, we can wave flags, we have little signal strengths here. Let's put some traffic lights in here, red, yellow, or green if it's above, below, or at average. Now in this list, what I want to do is I'd like to find everyone that's above average. Basically, I want to filter for green. But that's a strange request. You can't filter for color. Well, indeed you can. If you drop down this list at the top, you can go in and filter by color. I select green, and there's everybody that is above average. I guess they're all from Lake Wobegon right there. Here's another example of conditional formatting, and here I can apply some top formatting. I want to go in and find everyone that is in the top 10 items. And in this case, we're going to say the top 5 items, and we're going to color them with a yellow color. So there at a glance, I can see everybody that's in the top 50% or the top 5 out of 10 in the class. That's easy and simple. I can also apply multiple levels. Let's go in here and say that we want to highlight the top item. And we'll say the top 1 in this list, and we'll make them a green color. Okay. And now we'll go back and apply a second layer of conditional formatting on this. We want to show everyone that is in the bottom item. We'll say the bottom 1 item, and leave that as red. So at a glance, you can see who's at the top and who's at the bottom. If the numbers change, you can see that the colors change to go with it. So a nice way to easily see what's going on. And I'm struck by how powerful this graphic analysis is with conditional formatting and how easily it's applied. It's really no more difficult than doing bold or italics. If you want to manage the conditional formatting that's been applied, you can come up to the conditional formatting menu, come down to the bottom where it says Manage Rules, and here you can see a dialog that lists all the formatting that's been applied in this table. So you could go in and you could change the parameters for this rule, you could delete the rule, you could edit the particular rules. Here we have an inventory list, and the closer we get to being out of inventory, the colors change from green to yellow to red, and it looks like at first glance we're in bad shape. 5 out of 10 are red in here. But actually what we need to do is go in and tweak the rules a little bit. So we'll go into Manage the Rules, we'll select that icon set and say Edit the Rules. Now if you're really into math, you can see here that we have the breakpoint set at even thirds, and it does it by a percent. If you know the difference between percent and percentile, so does Excel, and you could calculate those breakpoints there. But what we want to do is we want to say at 40%, we'll consider that to be yellow, and only at 20% do we then go to red. And we only want to show the icons. So we say OK, Okay, and there you can see that we have changed the rules. We're not doing so bad after all. Only 2 out of 10 are red. See, that's a good way to improve performance. Just move the goalposts a little bit. If you want to strip the conditional formatting away, you come back to that menu, go down to Clear Rules, and you have several options for how you can clear away that conditional formatting. I love conditional formatting. I use it all over in my worksheets. It's a great way to do analysis in Excel 2010. This has been a quick clip from Nevada Learning Series, helping you get the most out of Microsoft Office.